Hi little pickles, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today this is the look that I am creating. This is a kind of simple everyday makeup look, a quick lazy Sunday makeup look, whatever you want to call it really, just when you want it to be fresh and simple and clean and pretty. And if you wanted to know how many mince pies I've eaten in the last few days, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I've already popped some moisturiser on my face. Look at this little buddy here. Hi, nice to meet you. The moisturiser that I'm using at the moment is the Dermo Purifier by Eucerin? I don't know. Hydrating care for oily, blemish prone skin. This is a really nice moisturiser if you have oily skin. I don't like it when moisturisers for spotty or combination oily skin mattify your skin too much and dry it down and like make it feel more dry, because I actually have quite dry skin along with quite spotty skin, so it's quite difficult to find a moisturiser that works. That one is really good. Then I'm just going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, the Colour Correcting Blend, and I just take a tiny little bit of that and just pop that over my T-zone, just to help my foundation sit better into these pores. Because this is an everyday look, I try not to put too much on my face. This primer I do find sometimes, if I'm having a bad skin day, can stress my skin out a little bit. I don't really know why. I think maybe because it's quite thick, but the rest of my skin is okay, apart from this bad boy. Oh well, we'll try and cover him up. For foundation, this is a new one for me. I bought this today, so this will be trying it out. If it goes terribly long, I have to change it. So this is the Revlon Youth FX Fill and Blur Foundation. SPF 20 Broad Spectrum in the shade 1110 Ivory. And this is supposed to dramatically transform the appearance of lines and wrinkles. We shall find out, bitch. It's quite moussey, actually. So I think I'm going to use a damp beauty sponge. I'm going to pop a couple of blobs of that. Start blending that in. I feel like I'm coming down with a cold. This is an alright colour match actually. I find it so hard to find a foundation that either doesn't make me look like Casper or a tangerine. Oh, has anybody else been eating mince pies? Oh, mince pie. That time of year. It's that time of year. I've had 6 in the last 3 days. That is how much I love mince pies. No, I'm quite liking this foundation. It's exactly kind of what I wanted, where I didn't want it to be too full coverage because it's not covering too much. It's just giving a nice kind of even softness to the face, and it does kind of help blur any imperfections, which is quite nice. This again obviously is still there, but it doesn't look as bad. Then to just kind of make me look a bit more alive, I'm going to pop some concealer under the eye, and this is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Anti-Fatigue concealer in the shade Light. A little bit on that spot there. I always like to do a little bit around my nostrils just because they just get really creased really easily, and I find if I put a concealer and then a setting powder on, that kind of helps that. Pat that in. Oh, and this concealer smells so nice. It smells like summer. It just smells beautiful. Well, I don't think anything's going to cover this bad boy up today, but the rest of the face is looking pretty fresh, pretty clean, pretty smooth, so I like that. For a little bit of a glow, I'm going to use the Revlon Photo Ready Instafix Highlighting Stick, and this one is in the shade Gold Light. And I just like to pop a little bit of that on my high points of my cheeks. Then just with a flat brush, I like to just pat that into the skin. Or you can go ahead and use your beauty blender. What, baby? Is there fireworks? Then to add a little bit of a rosy glow, I'm going to use the Rimmel London Royal Blush, and this is in the shade 003 Coral Queen. Just on a slanted brush. This is quite a dense brush. I just like to pat that in I don't like to use my fingers for a cream brush because I feel like it just goes all over the place, and because I suffer with really bad acne eczema on my hands, I find it quite difficult, so I just like to use a brush. So I just like to start by adding that on the apples of my cheeks, and just slightly work your way up, just so it kind of extends along the face so it looks quite natural. So just like that. Then for the face, I'm just going to dust my T-zone with a powder, and this is the Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder in 115 Ivory. I'm just going to take like a small little blusher or buffing brush and pop that over the nose, on the chin, forehead. I feel like this actually blurred in my wrinkles on my forehead. Anything to get rid of these wrinkles. And then anything that's left on the brush, I just like to slightly dust it over. For the eyebrows, I'm going to use the Bourjois Brow Duo Sculpt, and this one is in the shade Chestnut. And with this you get like a pencil for the eyebrows on one side and a little highlighting stick on the other side. So this is really, really handy for an everyday look because this brown isn't too dark, so you can fill in your eyebrows and then use the lighter colour just to highlight underneath brows, and concentrating on the underneath of the brow, not the top. And then I'm just going to take the highlighting part of this stick and run that underneath the eyebrow, and with my finger I'm just going to blend that in just so there's no harsh edges. For the eyes, I'm going to take the NYX Parisian Chic palette, and this one is the Love in Paris one. I'll just show you the colours selection. So there's some really, really nice just neutral colours. So I think I'm going to go into this nude colour here and maybe use a little bit of this and maybe a bit of copper to kind of highlight, but I'm going to take the middle one, which is just like a matte, just a light brown, and pop that into the crease. Slightly feather it out. This is just with a light buffing brush, like a blending brush. So it's just nice to just kind of, you know, give it the whole eye a kind of wash. And then I'm also just going to run that colour underneath my eyes, so along the lower lash line. Then with that same brush, I'm going to take the light gold colour just here, and I'm just going to pop a tiny bit of that just at the top of where we've put that colour and just where we've put that highlight. Then I'm going to take a bit of that copper colour, it's all on the same brush, and I'm going to work that into the outer corner of the eye and just slightly along that crease. So it's just like a really, really nice kind of warm eye without going too overboard on any colours or darkness or harshness. Then I'm not going to pop any eyeliner on, I'm literally just going to put mascara on. So this is the Bourjois Adjustable Volume Mascara. This one is in the shade Black, and it's really cool because it's got a little mirror on the bit. And literally just going to pop a layer of this on. So there's the final mascara and eye look. Now for lips, I'm going to use, this is another new one for me today, this is the Revlon Juicy Papaya Butter Lip. No, not butter lip, lip butter. Is the Revlon Lip Butter in the shade 027 Juicy Papaya. Just a really, really pretty orange shade, but it looks really, really harsh in the packaging. When you put it on, it's kind of like a gel texture and kind of balmy. So I will show you. Actually, I might just pop a tiny, tiny bit of lip liner on because I've got a lip liner actually I think will match this. New CID, this is in Peach Nectar. I'm just going to pop a tiny bit of this just to help define the top and the bottom. I've only put a tiny little bit on. And then with the lipstick, and that's it. That is my finished everyday kind of lazy Sunday minimal makeup look. Don't forget to give this video a big old thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if that's what you want to do, and I'll see you on the next video. Love ya.